gorgeous. It's amazing to have all of you here on tonight. And this is what? This is day 5 or 6 for me, bringing in
Oh,
phenomenal speakers to the Power Up Summit event that takes place this month. Now I can finally say it takes place this month. I am trying to bring on one other guest, so bring her into the room so she won't be behind the green. There she is. So we want to welcome everyone to tonight's Power Up rally, where we are recognizing powerful speakers that will be speaking at the Power Up Summit that takes place this month. Now we're finally in July, so happy July 1st to everyone. So this summit, the Power Up Summit, will take place from the 14th through the 18th of July. So we're asking you guys, are you ready to power up? The reason we're asking you if you're ready to power up, because now it's time for you to get rid of those old power cords, those old extension cords. Get rid of those old things that were not powering you completely up. We now have smart TVs. We're using Apple phones that are in the 24th century. So we have to have the right devices to power those things up. And we need to be powered up ourselves. And my name is Dr. Betty Speaks. I am your inspired leader. I am that inspired imprint leader that assists you with leaving your imprints that you have in you on earth forever. Pretty much like Maya Angelou and Martin Luther King did for me, because Maya Angelou died on my birth. I was born on her birthday. Let me get it right. And then Dr. Martin Luther King was killed on my birthday. So they left powerful
oh,
imprints, for us to live on and carry on in our life, because that's what they did while they were here. So I love showing people how to leave those imprints behind for others to carry on. But enough about me. I want to talk to you about these phenomenal young ladies. You see, we have 4 of them here tonight, and they are powerful leaders, powerful speakers that will be coming to you on the 14th and the 18th of this month, giving you nothing but inspiration, motivation, and perhaps you will be linking up with them. That's the purpose of this event. It is to inspire others, to motivate them, to allow some to overcome various challenges that they have encountered. So I have several questions for for the guests that are here tonight. They're going to share with you some of the lead speakers, the keynote speakers that will be speaking. And I tell you, if you're here tonight, you're going to want to like and share and share this podcasting or this media with your friends, your frenemies, your children, your anyone that you are connected to, because these ladies have something powerful to share with you. Strong people are not simply born, they resurrect, or they power up by sharing the imprints they generate throughout their life journey. And I tell you again, you have to hang out with people who will impact your life or your future, and they will not keep you in your past. Listen, that's what these ladies are going to be talking about tonight. So my first lady that I want to ask a question to, want to get all the ladies to tell us who they are and where they are hailed from, and then we'll go in and get some difficult questions asked, and then I will start with my sister Vera. Are you there?
I'm here and I'm so excited to be here. My name is
Thank
Vera.
you, Vera.
Yes, I'm Vera Thomas and right now, I currently live in Marietta, Georgia. I am so excited about Power Up and what it is that we're going to be doing to try to uplift, encourage, motivate, and inspire people and young people, old people, all people. And I'm just excited. I'm excited.
I feel Vera's excitement. Oh my goodness, Stephanie. Tell us who you are, Miss Stephanie, and where you are hailed from.
So I'm Stephanie Shepard, and I'm originally from Ohio, but we're a military family. So right now we are living in Tampa, Florida, and we're in rainy season, but it's okay. You know, we're still powering through.
Stephanie says, I'm one of the original Ohio players. That's where I'm from. We're going to go in and speak with another young lady that's powerful, Miss Wendy. Come on, Miss Wendy, tell us who you are and where you hail from.
I am Wendy Rhodes, and I am in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, which is a suburb of Nashville, Tennessee. I'm from exactly where the original Ohio players are from, and that's Cleveland, Ohio.
I am not messing with these sisters. Next, we have another sister, another powerful speaker that's here. Tell us, Rachel, where are you hail from?
So I am from the beautiful islands of Trinidad and Tobago. I live in Florida, but right now I am staying in Louisiana for the next 2 months. So I think I'm all over. I'm just globe trotting, as the case may be. So that's where I'm from, Trinidad and Tobago. Big up to all my Trinis.
I hear you, my girl. I hear you, my friend from Trinidad. Welcome, welcome. So we're here to have fun tonight. I tell you, this is our rally for the Power Up Summit. And if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, you see the link that's there. You're more than welcome to go ahead, sign up, and get your tickets because it is only free $99. That's all it costs for you to register is free $99. So get your tickets today. Listen, we have some just a few questions our guest wants to. They will be sharing with you just a smidget of what they will be discussing on the platform. And I'm gonna start with my sister Vera again because from my understanding, she has something amazing that she wants to share. But Vera, what motivated you to be in the business that you're currently in? And then please share with us, that thing that you said you wanted to share behind the stage.
Okay. Well, I grew up with no confidence and self-esteem. And so the tools that I use for myself and also my son is why I'm in the business of coaching parents along with their children. And it's so exciting to see transformation. And I work with primarily younger kids and their parents because that's where we need to start. That's exactly where we need to start. We can't wait until a child is in middle school or high school to try to mold them and change them. It starts when they're 3, 4, 5 years old. And I wanted to share the intro to my presentation without giving too much. So let me just say, no matter what you're going through, the times in your life when you've been putting forth so much effort, and it just seems that your dreams are not happening. What I want to say to you is hold fast to your dreams. Even if at times it seems it may not come true, living your dream will depend on you. The roads we take, the paths we choose are necessary to live our dreams through. There may be detours, winding roads, and wrong turns, all in which are lessons to be learned. As your journey unfolds, you'll realize your goals. What a beautiful story soon to be told. So hold fast to your dreams.
You see, this is why we're going to have to shut Miss Vera down. She said, Miss Vera is, already she's on fire. Yeah, what are we going to do with her? What are we going to do with Miss Vera? He said, hold fast to your dreams. I already want to know more. I want to hear more, Stephanie.
Come to the conference.
So she said, come to the conference. You see the link there. It's like powerup2.com. That's all you have to do is to register. We're in the month of July right now. And Miss Vera just gave me goosebumps. So she said, love Wendell Howard, my brother from another mother is out there. He said, loved it. So we're going to hear from Stephanie now and get Stephanie to do this. Now, Stephanie, do you have a poem too?
I don't have no poem. I will not be doing that one tonight.
Yes,
but you asked the question of how we got into the work that we're doing, right?
Yes,
So,
what was your motivation to get started in your business?
So the motivation to get started in my business came from being a military spouse and a mom. So honestly, at some point you get sick of applying for jobs when you have to move every 2 to 3 years. And so, it really was just God saying to me, after literally hearing crickets, in the trying to get into the workplace and going through all these interviews and doing all these different things and just nothing. I mean, and I know I'm skilled, I've got all the education and whatnot behind it, but I was hearing nothing, and so it was just like, you either do nothing or you can go ahead and use this business. So I had already been blogging. And so under the name Great Life is a Must, which is my business name. And here I am today. I kind of drifted away from, or not drifted away, but I did drift into a lane that really wasn't my lane. But I'm super, super excited right now because I am back in the right lane. I'm in the right space. And so here I am today, just being able to share my story and really encourage other women to get from behind the just a fill in the blank, So that's really what I'm excited to even share about during the summit.
I absolutely love it. She said, I got tired of just doing nothing and thinking of something. And it sounds like you're like, I don't want to work for the corporate. I want to do something creative for myself. I want to have my own hours and do my own thing and then be able to help others do the same. That's what I hear coming from you, especially given the fact you have that military in you as well, even though you said it wasn't you, it's just a part of your family life.
Right.
So thank you so much. We can't wait to hear from you some more. So next we have coming up is Miss Wendy. These Ohio players are confusing me again tonight, I tell you.
Hello, Betty. What motivated me was being broken, battered, bruised, being a teen mom, and overcoming abuse and sexual assault. And once I overcame, I was able to build my confidence. Let's put it that way. And once my confidence got built, I wanted other women who had gone through what I've gone through to be able to hold their head up, be able to speak their truth, to be self-aware and self-confident and know what they want and know that they are loved.
I'm sorry, I was wiping the tears off. You were trying to take me somewhere with that. Honestly, Wendy, you are one of the chosen ones, and that's what he does. I had to feel the Holy Spirit when I listened to some of the things that you were saying. You were that chosen one to go through something. Now you're going to tell others how to come out of it. That's what I heard you saying there. I went through some challenging things in life, and I want to be able to tell others how to go through it or even come out of it. Can't wait to ask you another question based on some of the things you just said. We have one more person hiding back behind the screen here. Let's see if we could bring her on. Yes, Miss Rachel.
Hey, what's up?
Hello, Miss Rachel from Trinidad. How are you, my sister?
I am well. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for having us on and creating this platform for us. God bless you with that.
Oh, absolutely, my sister. Do you remember the question, love?
Yes, basically, what's my inspiration and basically
Yes.
how that's influencing what I'm talking about. Yes.
The floor is yours, darling.
So basically, for me, I grew up. So I was sexually abused as a child, and based on that, I had a lot of low self-esteem growing up. And then one day, I asked my dad if I could have taken over a particular department in his business, and I was 16 years old at the time. And so he said, sure, no problem. And I was able to, during that summer, increase his sales like 500%. Like it really was a bumper summer for him. And it became one of his leading product or leading his service lines that he had. And that was when I fell in love with the concept of entrepreneurship. And so I have been an entrepreneur for the last 21 years of my life. And even though I had all these self-esteem issues, I really was showing up well as an entrepreneur. And so what started to happen though is because of my self-esteem issues, I wasn't tapping into the fullness of who God created me to be, or what I call in my system. I wasn't tapping into my superpower. And so recently with COVID and with a lot of things happening, I started to tap into this superpower, and I realized that not only can I tap into my superpower, but every individual has the ability to tap into a superpower that they have in order to be able to do business. And not just that, but be able to create multiple income streams doing it. So the talk that I'm doing for the conference actually is called Business is My Birthright. And I'm actually going to carry you through kingdom principles to show you that whether you're in full-time business or you're a part-time entrepreneur, that business is your birthright that has been given to you from God. And having that birthright from God, there is a seed of potential that exists inside of you that is able to make multiple income streams for you. So that's what I'm going to be talking about.
You guys, I had to bring you all back on because I know you were out there shouting. I could see your sister when she Rachel, let me tell you, Rachel was getting ready to start preaching.
Not yet. When I start to fan, I want to big up my TT Trinidad folks that are on, Alicia and Dawn. Big up to the Trinidad people that's on right
now. Yes. Yes, I see them. My sister Alicia is out there. Oh my goodness. She's listen, young lady, you were speaking and on fire, and I can't wait. I cannot wait. Listen, I'm telling you all, you have to register for this summit. Honestly, after hearing the four of these ladies spit out what they'll be talking about and what their passions are, you have to be there. That's all I have to say. You saw the lady start popping in when Rachel started talking. She was going kingdom on us. That's what she said is the birthrights. Unbelievable. I tell you, that was so powerful. You have to invite your friends, your frenemies, your cousins, your doctors, anyone that that is going through something or that needs to be motivated or inspired. You want them at the summit. You want them to meet these young ladies. They're here just to rally up the summit. And all you have to do is pay free $99 to get to hear one of these phenomenal speakers speak. Honestly, it is only free $99, and you see the link there is powerup2.com. That's all you have to do to register for this summit, and the dates are again the 14th through the 18th of July. I told you, hang out with people who will impact your future and not your past. You just heard these phenomenal people, these phenomenal powerful speakers speaking. And my next question to you ladies, I'm scared to ask anymore now. After that, did you have any setbacks or challenges that you had to overcome in your business journey? Any? And if so, just tell us briefly what they were, and then just say how I got over. All right, I'll be quiet. Yes, I'm going to start back with my girl Vera. Vera, I know I'm telling my age, right?
Hey, I know how I got over. That's a good one. I actually put my life on hold for 7 years, and I'm coming back to do some things. Both of my sisters were diagnosed with cancer at the same time. One was in Ohio and the other was in Kentucky, and I was going back and forth between the two, and then moved to Kentucky to be closer to my baby sister. They both have since lost their battle, but I know they're with me and they're supporting me and they're my angels. And so now I am moving forward to live my dreams.
Wow. And I have to say to you, Vera, that there's not a a platform that I've had this week that someone has not mentioned, where they or a family member were exposed to cancer, and it's like, again, you never know the
never know.
unknown. You never know. But just the fact that you are an overcomer, you are an achiever, you can inspire someone, you can motivate someone, and you can be there for that particular person. I want to say thank you, because
Thank
we
you.
all have had, I can't think of a person in a family that has not been affected by someone that has been exposed to that particular C word. So
Yeah.
thank you for sharing that with us, my
Thank
sister.
you.
So
Thank
let's
you.
bring on one of the Ohio players, Miss Stephanie.
Hey, so the setbacks in my business really came from just not knowing what to do, and I don't know, I've been doing this now for, I would say, at least 2 years. I've been thinking I was doing it the right way. And so my setback came really just recently. I took a break and I really put out no kind of content. I wasn't doing much for my business because I just needed to hear from God. I was in a place where I'm like, why am I not growing? Why am I not reaching more people? What's going on? And I just needed this time to really hear from God. And so I have had a complete overhaul, rebrand of my business. And of course, that's a setback because during that time that I got quiet, I was not making any income, to be quite honest, because I needed that rebrand because, like I said earlier, I had drifted into a lane that was not mine, and God needed to steer me right back on track. And now I literally can't even explain just how amazing it feels to feel like I'm in the right place. I'm actually now walking in my purpose, and I'm just ready to just see all the things that are going to come, from that setback that I've had to go through. But I now know this is where I'm supposed to be, and I'm just ready to see things just go up from here. That's the only way that they can go at this point.
That's amazing. And it's not, and you're not the only one that I have spoken to just this week. Maybe, well, yeah, just recently, so many people are doing that overhaul. And there's nothing wrong with that because it shows that you are revolving.
Right.
And the fact that you are revolving, and if someone were to come to you and they could say those negative things like, oh my gosh, I'm stuck, I don't know what to do, and you could give that example, listen, you're just gonna have to shut everything down and wait until you hear the Almighty. Wait until you hear from Him. You just have to shut it down. Don't listen to anything. Don't even listen to me. You have to hear from Him. Because that's right. Amazing. Yeah. You said, yeah, because how long did it take you, from that?
It was 2 months that I just got back onto. So Instagram was a big role in my business. And so I just got back on Instagram yesterday, and I just posted a video, just really kind of sharing where I had been, what's new now, the transition that I'm now making. I mean, it was a good, and I never knew how long it would take. It was just until that right time, right. And it just yesterday was that time to really, and so over the past week, I've just kind of been really, changing things over and pushing out my new brand and things like that. So it's been really good. But yeah, 2 months of just nothing, just shut down.
Yeah, waiting to hear from Him, not the cousin them or the friends that, the negative Nancy's and the no hope Bobs. You said, I'm waiting to hear from one particular voice. And now that I heard from that voice and He's downloading into me, I'm ready.
It's time.
Okay, thank you so much, my sister. I'm going to bring up your other Ohio player here. She's already smiles and smiles. The floor is yours, love.
Oh, my setbacks, basically, I've been a nurse for 20 years. So the obedience was more of my setback. I was fighting to leave nursing and step out on faith. And then I stepped out on faith, and then I realized that it was so many things that God was working on me with while I was a nurse, like building my character and different things like that. And it all started lining up. But that's where my issues came in, is staying focused. Wanted I every time when God would start speaking, my mind would just go with 50,000 different conversations, and I'd get so upset because my focus was off. And until my focus got right, then I was able to take off and do what it is that God called me to do, and also do a self-evaluation, and find out what else it is that comes from what I do now. So once I did that, I was able to get on track. But
I
boy,
love
oh
it.
boy, those voices, all of those conversations in the midst of God speaking, it's like, would you shut up? So I can hear, I need direction, God, please, and that's basically where I was at. That was me. That
I
was,
love it.
that was
And
it.
it's so easy for us to get off focus. We hear these other little voices that are telling us, why are you doing this? You can't do this. What are you doing? You just hear these negative voices, and you start listening to them, and giving them all of your attention, those voices, that is. But it's good that you heard from the one and only voice, and you stayed on track, and look where you are today.
Yes.
Look where you are today. I'm going to bring up our friend from Trinidad. She has an audience that's out here too.
Hi.
Yes, we want to ask you the very same question, my love. You have some shout outs going on.
So my major setback would have come with COVID-19. So I was doing my entrepreneurial thing. I mean, my business was making money, and I was really, really happy with how life was. Could the business have done better? Yeah, it could. I mean, you could always make more money, but I was pretty comfortable in life. And then COVID-19 hit. And what happened at that point of time was that I had to shut down my operations, my physical operations. And while we did transition to online, we would not we were not making, I mean, not even 1/10 of what it is that we made when it is that we did have a physical location. And COVID-19 taught me something. It taught me, do not put all your eggs in one basket. In business, you cannot put all of your eggs in one basket. And even though I did have other businesses I was doing, because I didn't have the right strategy when it came to business, all of these businesses as well had to shut down during COVID. And so that's what carried me on my journey of understanding, how could 2.3 million people become millionaires in 2020? And I can even make 10% of my yearly income in 2020. And so I learned these strategies. And of course, I mixed it with my 21 years of entrepreneurship. And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing now, to help people, not just build a business, because anybody could build a business, but to build a business that has active streams and passive streams of income that works for you, so that despite whatever is happening in the world, you're still able to have income coming in so that you can leave an inheritance for your generation. So that was my major setback. Definitely COVID-19. I know there are people who are like, COVID-19 was great and I made so much money. Nope, that was not my story for COVID-19.
Yes. Yes, it was one of those unfortunate unknowns, one of those that we just spoke up earlier with Wendy. When the unknown happens, or when that unknown happens, what do? Now you ladies are being prepared for it. Say, let it happen again. Let the unknown. And I promise you I'll be ready for it, because I am girding up right now. You're saying I am girding myself up for the next unknown. So listen, for those of you that are just tuning in, we want to tell you, if you haven't registered for the Power Up Summit, it's not too late. It is not too late. Listen, she says power up. I'm loving Rachel. Go ahead and it's easy. How much does it cost, ladies? She said 00 free 99. When can you go to a conference that's free 99? Over 100 speakers, and that's not even including the keynote speakers. So if you don't have anything to do during the week of 14 through the 18th of July, take a vacation at home and listen to these powerful ladies that are going to pour into you things that they have accomplished. They just share with you some of the challenges that they encountered. But guess what? These are women that keep on winning. All we do is win, 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 no matter what. So they are still winning. And I tell you that I can't, I'm just in awe because they're not the only ones. It's over 100 of them that will be speaking that week, you know? So this is like, do you ladies know one another? Have you met before? Is this the first time you've encountered one another? Just think, there is over 80 something more, 96 more out there. And I promise you, they may not know any of them, but they will have a takeaway from each one that will be on that platform. Honestly. So I want to know who inspired you. What was your motivation to do this, to get started in your business? Who was that person? You can even give like a motivational quote or something. I'm going to start with my friend Wendy. Moving myself out of the way so Wendy can have the floor.
Ooh, my motivation was my children. Everything that my kids went through with me, through my abuse, through my marriage, my kids inspired me to be all that I can be. And seeing the fact that I have become so happy and confident and aware of who I am and what I want, and knowing that I am that example of that woman who has the knowledge and the ability to help somebody else. And my kids push me and encourage me so much. I'm motivated to continue to do it because I know that they're proud of me, because my past is my past and I left it back there and I kept pushing forward and I kept looking forward. I don't want to be like Lot's wife, looking back and turn into a pillar of salt. I'm not her. She can go on somewhere with that because I ain't her. I won't look back. I'm going to keep looking forward, and I'm going to lock arms with my sister, and I'm going to keep pushing forward, and I'm going to pull my sister with me. And when I see your head down, I'm going to put your head back up, and I'm going to continue to encourage you and continue to build your confidence and continue to be there for you. I don't care how sleepy I am. Call me, inbox me. It don't matter. I'm here because I didn't have anybody there for me because I chose to hide. But I want to be that one to be there for somebody. And so my kids and the prayer stuff, all of the prayer, my mother, I grew up watching her on her knees. Her scarf used to be twisted to the side. She'd be on her knees and crying, and I didn't even know why until I had to reach out and find God for myself. And once I found God for myself, and I lived off of her God for so many years, but once I had to activate my faith, then that's when it happened.
She's preaching. I'm telling you, Mama, you know I love you. That's what she's telling me right now. I'm not messing with you ladies tonight. We're supposed to be off in a few minutes. You guys gonna have folks passing around the offering. What is it you call it, church? The
baskets.
Yes, pass the baskets around. Phenomenal. Thank you so much, Wendy. That like hit the core of my heart. You know, your kids. She said, my kids. I didn't have no one there for me, so I'm gonna be there for someone else. You know. I'm going to be there for you, my sisters. She's talking to the ladies that are here tonight. Those of you that she hasn't even met. She says, I will be there for you. Contact me because I didn't have anyone. And I know what it's like not to have anyone. I'm telling you, she got me all choked up and, talked about her mom too. Come on with it, Rachel. I hate to have you come after her because you're another little spitfire. She's like,
I don't think
Rachel,
anything could top that. I felt the tear like at the back of my eye, right at
me
the back
too,
of my eye.
Rachel. Yes, come on, Rachel. You
In terms of inspiration, I mean, it's always your kids. My biggest thing is legacy. And one of the things that I've seen over the years, which is why I have such a passion to let people see their entrepreneurial spirit that resides in them and how to be able to create these multiple income streams, because I genuinely want people to be able to leave an inheritance. The Bible says that a righteous man leaves an inheritance for his children. That is a mark of righteousness. And for so many generations, we have had to start over from the beginning because our parents didn't leave the inheritance that was necessary for me to go to a next level. And there was a day I was talking to someone from Ghana and we were talking about generational curses. But then she started to speak about generational blessings. And so many times in the church, we don't get to experience that generational blessing because either somebody from our past would have cupped out before, or they didn't leave for us the things that were necessary to go to the next level. And so for me, my inspiration definitely would be my daughter. I want to leave a legacy for her that's strong, that she could build off of. And of course, just my love for the body of Christ and my love for the church and wanting to see the people of God established here upon the earth and having the dominion that has been promised to us by God so that we're able to influence this world for good. So that's basically my inspiration. I mean, I don't have any tear-jerking stories like Miss Wendy, but it's just a love for people and to see legacy established, see generational blessings taking place in the church, just like with Abraham and with his sons, and seeing us be fortified as a people to really have dominion here upon the earth.
Wow. And it's not even about the tears sometimes because you still said the same thing Wendy said. It's just that Wendy said, I didn't have nobody there. But you're saying, you have folks there and but still I want to be there for others.
Mhm.
I'm still there for you. Even though I had someone there for me, I still want to be there to pour into someone else because that's what it's about.
That's it.
You said the coronavirus, the COVID-19 was challenging for you. You're here today. You're like, I'm here and I'm here to help someone. I'm here to talk to someone about kingdom business. I'm not messing with you, young lady. I'm oh, who do we have next? Vera, did we talk to you? Come up, Vera. Vera says,
Okay. And I can so relate to Wendy's story. I left my husband when my son was 6 months old because he attacked me in front of him. And I was not going to raise my son in that environment. And so being able to instill, and I had built my confidence and all this stuff. And then because of that marriage, I lost it all. And then when I gained it back, it wasn't just gaining it for myself, but I had to gain it for my son. And so now I do what I do, I do it for kids and for my grandchildren and other children. I want them to live happy, and I want them to know that we don't have to. Eleanor Roosevelt said, no one can make you feel inferior without your permission. I want people to understand that. I want people to understand that and understand that power that Stephanie talked about, that all of you guys are talking about. Understand that power that God gave us, that he wants us to use. Let me shut up.
I don't know what to do with these ladies. She's like, I'm dropping my mic. Let me just shut up right now. Unbelievable. I'm done. She said power that each of you spoke on. That's what she said, and I love it. She wants to be there for everyone, especially the grandkids. You know, we have to think of our children. We have to think of. It's good that we're thinking of other women, and then, like I said, about leaving that imprint for the kids that are in at-risk programs, and those kids that think that there's nothing out there for them. I hear you all speaking to those too. I'm gonna be quiet now myself because I want the other Miss Ohio to speak. Come on, Stephanie. Stephanie's like, I'm in the queue now.
So what motivates me, what inspires me? I can remember growing up, my dad would always talk about enjoying your work. You know, he worked for a company for, I don't know, I mean, for as long as I remember, you know, and unfortunately he did succumb to that C word, which we won't even give it the honor of saying the full name. But, you know, I just always remember him talking about do something that you love with that, so that when you wake up on Monday, you're not complaining like everybody else, like, oh my God, it's Monday again. I got to go into work, you know. And even in there's a scripture that talks about like there's nothing better than to eat, drink, and enjoy your work. I love to eat, love to drink. And there was a time when I didn't love my work. But right now, I feel like I'm in that groove to where I'm doing that. And honestly, that inspires me, just knowing that that's what I'm supposed to be doing, you know. So that, of course, I have kids, I have a husband, and of course, they inspire me as well to just want to be better and want to do better for our family. And, you know, you talk about those generational blessings. I can't remember which one said that, but yeah, I want to be able to do that. I want to be able to leave behind a legacy, and that my children can see, you know, this is what my mom did. You know, she loved her work, and I want to be able to inspire them that one day they too can go on to, you know, choose to do something that they love as well. So I'm just inspired by the fact that we're supposed to be loving what we do.
Boom. And she dropped that like it was hot. She said, I'm just inspired because we're doing what we're supposed to do. That means we are living righteously in a righteous way. We are setting the examples for others, especially her family. She said, I have a husband, I have children, and I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. You know, that's what I'm doing. And my other sisters, Vera said that, hey, we had to part ways. Sometimes you have to. If it's not for you, then you know what to do, right? So, and we go through those things, but the word says that our hearts are supposed to be happy. You know, that's in there too, and things that hurts. But sometimes we have to shake off them frenemies in order to stay focused on what we want. Come on with it, Rachel. Rachel says we have to shake those frenemies off so we can stay focused on kingdom business, Rachel. You know, that's what we have to do. So, you know, this has been such an amazing platform tonight. I'm trying to catch up with some of the questions. My sister Alicia says you're speaking her language, and there's so many comments out here. I can't keep up with them. And you guys know that Vera and I are the same age. We're not going to tell you what our age is, so I'm not going to even try to read them all. But there's some amazing comments out here. We have people that are saying, yes, speak. You guys are talking my language, and these ladies are a force. Yes, they are a force to reckon with. I want to know, you've already basically gave a little bit about your topics. What is it, that thing you want one to walk away with? And I want to go back to Rachel on that. What is it that, you know, there's going to be millions of people watching you on this platform, and what is the biggest takeaway, just that number one takeaway that you want someone to walk away with?
Well, definitely business is your birthright. Like, that is your birthright. You were created to do business. I want people walking away with the thought of, oh my gosh, yes, I can be an entrepreneur, and this lady can help me be an entrepreneur. Not just that, but to create multiple income streams. So if anything that I want you guys to walk away with after you've listened to what it is that I put out there for this Power Up Summit is that business is your birthright. It means that it is your inheritance and it is something that God has put in place for you to enjoy. So that'll be the one thing.
And I couldn't even bring myself on fast enough
I was no way to sing. I was like, maybe I need to sing something.
because what Rachel is saying is that don't you perish away from here without doing what your birthright is.
That's it.
Yes, don't perish. Don't let that perish with you. You know. So do the right thing. You heard Stephanie. You got to do the right thing.
That's it.
So what about you, Vera? Let me pick on you for a second. What's that one thing? We already heard that phenomenal poem.
I just want to say, don't be discouraged. I want you to know that everything that we go through is for a reason. And even our pain and our mess is our story. And you may need to be on this platform too. So I just want you to hold fast to your dreams and don't give up. No matter what, you're either green and growing or ripe and rotten. And I choose to be green and growing. So you can be green and growing too.
Oh my goodness. This got me hollering up in here. It's like, you got to be green and growing. What a nugget. She said, I see Rachel taking notes on green and growing. That goes definitely with your birthright. You know, business is green and growing. Come on, my sister. Who wants to go next? Which one of the Ohio players? There's two. Because it's hot in here.
I'll go next. Is that okay, Stephanie? It's fine. Woo! To narrow down one takeaway, can I just kind of put it all together? Just to make it
The
one.
floor is yours.
That your past does not define you. That's number one. Number two, you have a God that you can run to do the ugly cry, to let it off your shoulders. He said, come to me, all who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. He didn't say for you to rest yourself. He said he will give you rest. And that's what the biggest takeaway is. Go to God. He will guide your every step, every move. He got you. Man won't have you, but God definitely got you. I would have kept on going. Should I just keep going?
Did we lose it?
I don't know.
I'm back here talking, and I'm thinking, I'm saying amen and just talking and realize that I'm not even on the screen because
maybe I could just keep talking. I had to stop right there because I was about to go. So
it was hot. It was so hot. I was back here talking to myself. I'm like, what am I gonna do? What, it's like God got you. So yes, I'm looking at you talking and you're saying, should I keep going? Yes, sister. I was gonna say keep going. Come on, Stephanie. Close us out with that question because
So
you ladies.
What do I want? So what do I want people to take away from my talk and just even everything that I do is that every woman, because that's specifically who my target audience always is every single woman already has permission to be a serial winner. And I keep talking about, we are throwing away the idea that we have to be just a mom, just a wife. No, we can win in every single area. And of course, I have to talk about just that self-investing and how important that is to make sure that we win in every area. So that's what I want to take away. And I hope that every woman at some point in their life can come to that reconciliation that you have the permission already. We're not waiting for it. We're not asking. We're not hoping it comes. We have it right now, today, permission to be serial winners.
Rachel, what we gonna do with her?
Listen, so good. I'm like, dang, that's it right there. That's it right there.
Every woman is a serial winner. Honestly, she didn't say killer, so she said winner. You can win. So if you have not registered yet, if you haven't got your friends to register, your like I said before, your frenemies, you need to get them on the line on the mobile phone, or if you guys are just chatting, or she calls you just to chat about nothing, say, listen, I have something you need to listen to, but you have to register for it, and it only costs $3.99. That's it. It's $3.99, and these women, I heard them tonight, and they are on fire. They just gave us a little tease of what they're going to do in July between the days of 14th and 18th. The days of 14th and 5 days of powerhouses coming through. Now, I asked you ladies something earlier about the keynote speakers. So, Rachel, who's one of the keynote speakers that would be at this summit?
So I have to talk about Miss Lisa Nichols. I'm sorry. Like, I am so excited. I mean, her story is just so powerful. I mean, over the years, we've seen her just grow from glory to glory as a speaker, as a motivational, woman. And I mean, I'm excited for Lisa. So I'm putting it there. I'm very excited for Lisa and what she's going to bring to the stage.
That Lisa's name came up every day. Every day, Lisa's name was one of the first names mentioned. I'm gonna go to, let me see, rip and get my little crystal ball, and her name is Wendy. Wendy, come on, Wendy.
Chrisette Michelle.
Okay, all right. Now she's powerful too. Just heard her speak a couple of days ago.
Mm-hmm. They did.
I'm telling you.
I used to get on my kids' nerve. I used to play her music so much. And then when I got married, I walked down on her song, A Couple of Forevers.
Wow. Powerful speaker. Powerful. Register, $3.99. That's only costs. I'm serious. You got to show up. Come on with it, Stephanie.
So I am looking forward to hearing from Tamika Scott. I mean, who doesn't love Escape? That was one of my favorite. I love 90s music, and we all know she has a story to share, and I know she's going to include it in whatever she's talking about. So I'm excited to hear from her.
Wow, now that's the first I've heard someone call her name, but yes, she is another one that has a phenomenal story.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, these stories that we go, like I said, the challenges that we go through, they're not for us. They're for us to empower others. And once we realize that in our head, I mean, all we do is win, like Stephanie said. And I see my other sister, Miss Vera. Miss Vera eyes are down. So Miss Vera, no one has called your keynote speaker's name, because these were mostly originals.
Yes, they were. And I'm going to be unoriginal and say Kim Coles. I want to hear from her. And I had an opportunity to meet her in Ohio, because I'm from Ohio also. And I met her. She was there for a conference, and I spent some time with her. This was many, many years ago. And so I am looking forward to hearing from her.
Wow. And again, each and every one of the speakers, the keynote speakers, they all have a story. The purpose of these stories, you're going to, and that's what I love about Kern. She would tell you they're not meant for you. Cheryl Underwood is a speaker there. She would tell you your story is not meant for you. Your story is your glory. I'm sorry, ladies. You all had me in tears. You had me laughing. You had me up and down. This has been one of those those rallies tonight. But yes, there are so many other key speakers. So if we didn't call your name key speaker, don't charge it to our hearts. You know, we were just just charge it to our heads. But we know that each and every one of you are phenomenal, and you're doing amazing work. You're great leaders and great speakers, and you're changing lives. Because if you weren't, these ladies would not be on the platform with you. So there's millions of others that are out there that has amazing stories that can be told, that will empower someone, that will motivate someone, that will inspire a person. But in order for you to take action, you got to do something. You got to be focused and go ahead and pay your free 99 and register for this conference and be a part of something miraculous that will take place this month. You know, this month, we're in the 7th month now. So this is so amazing that we're doing this event. But what I want to ask each of you next is to let us know how we can contact you. You can put your information in the chat, but also you just tell everyone how we can reach out with you. And Vera, we'll start with you, and then we'll go with the other two Ohio players, and then we will take it over to Trinidad. Vera, you're on mute.
Okay. I have a Facebook page. It's Vera.Thomas779. I also have a Facebook page for my podcast, which is The Vera Thomas Show. I'm on Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Clubhouse. And so looking forward to hearing from you guys.
So I'm Stephanie Shepard, and you can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook. I'm on Pinterest, all under Great Life is a Must. That's the name of my business. Also at greatlifeisamust.com. That's my website where you can find me as well.
Okay. I am on Facebook as Wendy Banks Rhodes, and I do have a group called Self Love Redefined, where I support a lot of different women and go on there and do little ministries and different things. Also, you can find me at selfloveredefined.com, or you can email at selfloveredefined@gmail.com, or on Instagram at Rhodes Wendy Banks.
I'm sorry. I put all my information in the chat, so you guys can get me at www.thelionesswoman.net/access, or you could get me on IG and Facebook. IG is at The Lioness Woman, and of course, Facebook is The Lioness Woman. So you can connect with me through that, and everything is on the chat.
Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate you ladies, for being here. And I always tell folks that Warren Buffett says the best investment you could do is to invest in yourself. And I don't know how many times I can tell you tonight, if you've not registered for this conference, for this summit, why don't you go ahead and invest in yourself by paying only free $99, the best investment out there. But I want to also let you know that when you start connecting with these ladies, you may not get that free 99. So you need to seize the opportunities right now. You need to soar right now, not sow, but soar. Seize opportunities and rise right now by taking advantage of this free 99 summit, because these ladies have been amazing tonight. If you can't see my eyes, each time I step away, I have to wipe away a tear because of joy and laughter and then the emotions that have taken place here tonight. A phenomenal phenomenal, powerful women that they didn't even know they were Ohio players. 3 ladies from Ohio, and then we have my sister from Trinidad. The Lioness is in, and she brought her tribe with her. So it is amazing to be connected, and I know that they will be tethered together forever because that's what women do. And I, it's like I'm doing a Brady Bunch thing here as I see them, but I already have fallen in love with them, and I can't wait to hear their messages this month, the 14th through the 18th of July. So we want to say thank you all for tuning in. This has been an amazing show this evening. Thank you, Kern, for the opportunity. And thank you, ladies, for showing up.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having
us.
Yeah, thank you. It's fun. I love the singing and the frenemies.
Yes, beautiful
Love the
voice.
singing and the frenemies. That's what we did.